More with Andrei Zolotov, who's editor-in-chief of Russia Profile magazine, which covers religious affairs in the country at length. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here. Now, one person's cult is another person's religion, isn't it? So how can the law define such things, really?
It's very difficult for a law to differentiate a cult from a religion. Moreover, I mean, cult is more or less a derogatory term that we use to describe a religion that we don't like. I'm very kind of skeptical about this prospect. I think this is a second attempt to come up with a law to regulate the missionary activity. The first came up about 3 or 4 years ago and was broadly criticized by everybody, including the Russian Orthodox Church. As far as the current draft is concerned, I have to confess I haven't seen the full text of it. I have to rely on kind of secondary publications for my opinion. But kind of my sense that it's a more moderate kind of attempt to define what missionary activity is, and but still kind of how do you regulate it? I mean, am I supposed to have a paper from my religious organizations to be here talking to you? Kind of is a big question.
Okay, now this legal change is really to curb the influence of foreign religious groups.
How do we know that?
Isn't it? Would they be seen as a problem?
I mean, I don't understand why kind of this draft is seen as a way of curbing foreign religious groups. I think if it becomes a law, it will apply to all religious groups. There is no way to differentiate kind of a law saying, oh, this is against foreign or no. I think that the most dangerous thing that can happen from this law is that it would outlaw many ways of religious activities, and then some local bureaucrats will be deciding that these ones kind of we like and will overlook them, their missionary activities, and with this one we're going to persecute.
So are you saying that religious cults are not a problem in Russia at all?
I think religious cults are much less of a problem in Russia today compared to the early 1990s. Kind of this whole kind of idea of, oh, Russia kind of is a missionary field for everybody in the world to come to. Russia is this godless country that has to be turned to God is outdated. Kind of Russian traditional religious organizations are much stronger today than they were in the early 1990s. So I don't think that religious cults are kind of there is still kind of a problem here and there, but it's nowhere to the degree of the way it was, say, 20 years ago.
All right, I have to leave it there. Andrei Zolotov, thank you very much indeed for joining us here live.
You're welcome, my pleasure.